Hello everyone, welcome to Criccenctric View. Hi Sharvanan, how are you doing?
Yeah, good.
So, uh, how's IPL? How's IPL treating you like till now?
Yeah, it's been good,
Hmm.
and it's been a trend already. The home teams have been started to win and continuing to
True,
win,
true.
but I wanted to break today.
Yeah. So yeah, let's start with RCB and Punjab.
Yes,
So first things first, when Faf announced the playing 11, it looked like like he chose to bowl first, and by mistake he gave the batting team, right?
yes.
So uh, and somehow their tactics were like, okay, fine, I don't understand what's going on, but in the end everything made sense because uh, it felt like they knew what was going, like in Bangalore wicket, no matter how much strong bowling lineup you take, you are going to get you need to chase those runs, and the possibility of getting a higher target is high. So rather go with four full-fledged bowlers and two all-rounders in Maxwell and Green. So that kind of helped in the second innings because they needed that extra batter in Maipal Lomror, right?
Um, yeah, see, whenever you have won the toss in Bangalore, straight away you have to chase. That is the
Hmm.
first and foremost true.
Yeah.
And they did that. But again, they got gone with Alzari Joseph again. But okay, he done a okay job 2 days
Hmm.
back. So yeah, see, whenever they are winning, there will be no questions. Even picking up Alzari Joseph is another master stroke. The media or the whatever the cricket gurus will be hyping it very much. Whenever they start losing, even Virat Kohli will be criticized. That's how
True,
the
true,
game is.
true. Yeah.
That's how the game
Hmm.
is. See,
Yeah.
even for CSK, when Mustafizur picked up 4 wickets in the first game, he was up again hyped up like
Hmm.
vintage Wasim Akram. Okay, because he got the ball and he straight away picking up wickets. But yesterday
Right.
he didn't pick up those many wickets, but he got a wicket yesterday also.
Hmm.
These days, I think the tactics and everything was just hyping up around a player. But when the team wins, there will be no complaints. When they starts losing or when they
Yeah.
start playing poorly, then the criticism will coming all upon, and it will come from all the directions.
True, true, true. Yeah. And also, this particular match told us that, you know what, one good in, like, in every match which teams lost, you could see the trend. Either uh, there would be a strike rate, a person who will be playing a strike rate of somewhere around 250, 300, or there would be someone who is playing at a strike rate of 100, 80, 100, right? And those teams are losing. Like Delhi Capitals, Abhishek Porel played that uh, 300 strike rate innings, 10 balls, 30. And at the end of the day, others didn't contribute, and they didn't have a good enough target to defend, right? And also, same thing happened with Punjab yesterday. Like if you take off Shashank Singh's innings, there won't be any much target left actually, right?
Yeah, hardly any target left for defending for
Yeah,
Punjab. It was only 156 in 19 overs. Except
yeah,
that last over 20 runs, it will be nothing in Bengaluru to defend against.
yeah.
So,
So
yes,
that's the thing. Like Alzari Joseph, that 20 run over, that was the only difference you could ask, that
yes,
between a nothing target and a respectable target, right? So somehow uh, Punjab didn't do the batting well, knowing that RCB is going with only four full bowlers. They could have, put the pressure, uh, put the pressure on Siraj or Alzari Joseph in the start in the power play, so that Faf would be forced to bring in Maxwell and Cameron Green early, or it could have been forcing them to go with a bowler as an impact player, right?
yeah, but eventually Punjab tried that as well, but it didn't pay off them.
Mm.
Because
It didn't pay off, right? Yeah. Somehow,
so
even Shikhar Dhawan, he was trying to, Yash Dayal had a great spell in that power play. Like, three
Yes,
overs, 10 runs, right?
he was literally cooking up the batters of Punjab in the power play.
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
So
And
it's like Punjab didn't have that firepower, enough firepower, and Livingstone is still coming off that. What do you say? Some early shackles. So uh,
hmm,
they didn't unleash them properly. Even Sam Curran was demoted one step further again. So yeah, Punjab tried in all their might, but ending up with 176 was also very good total for me, because the way
hmm,
RCB batted, except Virat Kohli, I think there was none who turned out to the game. So okay, even Virat Kohli gave a chance early. Bairstow fortunately dropped, and that's why RCB were able to get to that win. If Bairstow held out to that catch, then it would have been another embarrassing batting performance from the RCB.
true, true, true. Yeah, actually, somehow, of course, it's too early to say, but in the all these matches, foreign players didn't impress much. Like there are only handful of foreign players who performed well. Like Mustafizur Rahman did well, and something like that, right? Otherwise, people you expect from Faf, Maxwell, uh,
Yeah, actually,
and then
that's been the
Cameron
trend
Green.
of
No,
IPL. Actually, the
yeah,
foreign players will come up with a huge hype and expectations with a huge price tag, but
hmm,
they end up performing mediocre again. So this has been happening for season and season, but still, they are being seen as a very impactful players who can turn around the game in
true,
a 1 over or 2 overs, and with some brilliant performance. If you take Deval Brevis for MI, he didn't have the brilliant season last year, but this time he was given a chance up front and
hmm,
he scored a quick fire 46. So these are the impacts given by the foreign players also, but still they are not coming up with the huge expectations. Even if you take Stark, the big prize man, who turned up very what do you say, very lethargic bowling. He gone for over 50 runs in his 4 overs, and all the expectations around the Stark was just blown away in the very first game. So it's going to be uphill task for him to live up to
true,
the
true.
expectations that he comes up with.
But the thing with Stark is, I think it was more regarding captaincy than his bowling, because sending Varun Chakravarti before is over, and that's where SRH gained the momentum. Right, things could have been different if he was bowling that over. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
anyways, yeah,
still going over 25 runs is a crime any day for a prime bowler like
true, true,
Stark.
true,
Even if it is a 10-15 run over, or even if it is if it was only for 1 over, then it would have been okay. A bad over can come from anybody, but it was been continued for his entire spell. So it was not a very good batting from Klaasen or SRS batters. It was some lethargic bowling from Stark. That's what I saw from his
true, true,
performance last time. Yes.
true, true. Yeah, somehow, what do you think? Uh, in RCB's win, was it more about RCB doing their best, or Punjab not playing to their best?
I would say both, a mix of both. The fielding could have been better from Punjab Kings,
Hmm,
and even the batting performance could have been better, because the expectations that brings up with Bairstow again, he was another very unfortunate performance in this game. And but still, the way RCB bowled initially was brilliant. They tightened the screws and they didn't give too many boundaries up front. That has given that momentum to RCB, but still they RCB being RCB again, they blew away that momentum, and eventually in the last over 20 runs, and things could have been different if Bairstow was held on to that Virat Kohli sketch, I think, because Faf was not. Faf is again a hit and miss player this time. Even in the last season also, he was not. He was very fluent, and he has got huge runs, but still I would say he is not a same player who played for CSK 3-4 seasons back. So
hmm,
they're all coming to the twilight of their career, so it would be very hard to keep up their consistency till now, but still they are doing that. And I think DK, another very good performance. I don't know why he's been pulling up these kind of performances right in the World Cup year. That too in T20 World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but just because DK is performing, you shouldn't get tempted for World Cup.
No,
Rinku
no, no.
Singh is your finisher.
I am not getting tempted. These media, the social media handlers, the
Uh,
influencers who are just hyping like a prime MS, like
hmm,
how he came up initially in his career and he finishes up the game. They're hyping him like up now, but I don't believe this guy because he's a pure scammer. This is just only 2 games old, and still we have 12 league games to go, and another
true,
the
true,
knockouts, the important knockouts are to follow up. So yeah, but this is how the hype goes up actually. When I
true,
play a
true. Yeah,
performance in a game or two, then again we miss this. In search of gold, we miss this diamond. These kind of memes would pop up
memes would pop up.
in
Yeah,
all from all the corners. So I would say enjoy the innings, and yeah, it's been an entertaining performance from DK so far in these 2 games. He has been playing really well. So let's
hmm,
enjoy his show and see how it goes in the
true,
future
true,
also.
true. And last but not the least, Harpreet
Yes.
Brar's bowling.
Uh, I don't know. He's another guy who, whenever he sees RCB or the KGF batting lineup, he's standing out to
Yeah,
be a Daniel Vettori. I don't know how he pulls up this
yeah.
performance.
I mean, that's the thing. Like Maxwell has become his bunny now. But good thing about him is he's that bowler who doesn't worry about the wickets. He he's like he will put that ball in the line and length, which batsmen don't like. You know,
Yes,
batsmen don't understand. Okay, fine. Do I have to step down and uh, uh, hit him in the front foot or play it in the front foot, or should I go on a back foot? And Maxwell kind of misread that and got out. He played it
yes,
on right.
yes. He
So
was played it on, and this Anuj Rawat, another what do you say? He goes across the line and he missed the line completely against Bra. So
that's yeah. Patidar also played the similar shot. Like he stepped down and he played across the line and he got out. Right. So I mean that's he. I think Harpreet Brar understood his strength. Like I don't
yes,
have much variations or even a turn for that matter. Right. So if I get those lengths right and if I hit those consistently, wickets will come on. Wickets will come sooner or later, right? And he did that really well, and he executed that skill very well in that
yeah.
match.
Even if he doesn't pick up wickets, he's bowling consistently and he's containing the overs. Actually, he's bowling economically.
Right, right.
So I think in Chinnaswamy, if you bowl economically, then wickets will come up from the other end also.
True. Like
That's the kind of
and
pitch it is.
and in T20 bowling these economic overs is a gold dust. Like in KKR SRH match, 4 overs 19 for one. That was a gold dust. Like even though Narain didn't took any wickets, right? It did help the match. Like SRH, like KKR won with 4 runs margin. So in that
Yeah,
context, those overs are really brilliant. And even RCB had their were not sure would they win the game or not. It
yeah.
needed the brilliance of DK and Lamro to win the game. Otherwise, it was Punjab's game.
Yeah, again, when you see when Virat Kohli departs, it was a complete silence in the crowd. They know
Hmm.
that they lost the game because
Right.
Virat is gone. No other batter is going to come because even in the next ball, this guy
Lamro.
who no Lomro instead the last Rawat Anuj Rawat is also gone.
Huh.
He's gone for an LBW, then they know that okay, this is another heartbreak incoming, and we are not going to win this game. But Lomro did a fantastic job. Again, he ignited the confidence back, and DK has just finished it really well.
True,
So
true.
that's how RCB got their first 2 points. Yeah,
And also the way, see, when you have 4 overs 47 runs and you have like death over specialists, Punjab has invested on Arshal Patel like around 12 crores so that the death bowling would be stronger, right? So and Harshdeep Singh, who is known for his death bowling, like even in Indian team, he came in because of his death bowling, brilliance in death bowling along, so that he will support Jasprit Bumrah. But
But one
yesterday,
thing for sure, Alshal Patel is not a death bowler, death over specialist. Again, you need to understand that he is
yeah,
another scammer who just got away from one season wonder, and that too he did it in UAE, not in Indian tracks. When the IPL happened in Indian conditions, he was again exposed
right.
eventually, and Indian selectors who will be having these recency bias in the recent time, they just pick up whoever who is performing really well in the recent 2 3 months, and they'll be getting a chance in the national team. And even in the Indian team also, Harshal Patel didn't had a very fruitful career. Even the short career he had with the Indian side, he
True.
hadn't a very huge joy over there. And again, Harshal Patel is another a mediocre bowler who just does this gimmicks. When it works, it works. If it
Mhm.
not, see, he strongly relies on his slower deliveries, and he
Slower
has this
Yorkers,
slow
right? Yeah.
variations. Okay, when
Mhm.
it goes wrong, then it will be a huge. He will be in a huge crisis. He doesn't have any other option to go. And in Chinnaswamy, once you are exposed, that too you are bowling against Virat Kohli, the team you have already played. So
Right.
you need
Yeah.
to be extra bit of careful there. But I don't know why. See, Punjab invested in so much with Ashil Patel itself a crime. I won't see. I don't see that.
Right. Right.
Instead, they could
But
have gone for any homegrown talents or some upcoming youngsters who see. Shashank played a really good innings. That was a
true.
huge difference between that you already said respectable total
Mhm.
and the nothing total. So the franchises should honor the talents from their own backyards, unless otherwise when they go for any cricketing website and see who is the highest wicket taker, who is the highest run scorer, let's get him onto the team and we can win the championship. It doesn't gonna happen.
True.
So
True. Like even so. I mean, I do understand that, but somehow, okay, fine. Arshal Patel, you could understand that. Like he is, like people have figured out his variations and all those things, and he's not that effective anymore. But Harshdeep Singh, who was known for his Yorkers, the he was bowling in those death overs. He was bowling either a slot ball or a short ball, right? And even in the final over, DK he bowled a short ball, and DK just scooped it over the wicket keeper for a six. And after that, he bowled a slot ball which went for a four. So that you don't expect that from Harshdeep Singh, who is known for his Yorkers, right?
uh, yeah, that's really very sad to see Arshdeep Singh because he's a very good talent, and
Hmm.
somehow messing up the chances he is having. And again, a wonderful opportunity is there to up for grabs, but he
Hmm.
is still messing it up. Even before this IPL starts, we talked about this guy Arshdeep Singh because India is
Right.
in need of a left arm pacer, and
Hmm.
Arshdeep Singh, Zakaria, and these guys are really important for us. But even for for a case, Khalil Ahmed is there, but still these guys are not putting up their hands and showing the performances, and they are not living up to their own talents. It's really
True.
hard, disheartening to see these guys, but I really want Arshdeep Singh to bounce back from this.
Hmm.
From this thing, and he wants to be. I really want him to get back to his best. He has a very good yorker. He can bowl very good pace deliveries, and he can bring the ball in and he can take the ball out. So he has his variations, but still he is. I don't know what to say, but it's really sad to see Arshdeep Singh like this because
Right.
you
Right.
already mentioned he's bowling too many short balls, or even it's a too many slot balls. Nothing much.
Nothing
So
much. Yeah. So, like that was the major disappointment for me. Like when you see Harshdeep Singh in death overs, you're like, he's a treat to watch, right? Like at 2 3 years back, people were, like you said, hyping him. Like people were comparing him to Wasim Akram Yorkers, toe crushing Yorkers, and all those things. But not even bowling one Yorker in that match, it was a bit surprising for me, right?
yeah, I think they wanted to bluff the batsman. Instead, they are bluffing their own selves. Okay, the batsman is going to expect I'm going to bowl an Yorker, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to bowl the Yorker. Instead, I will be feeding him the slot deliveries. Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, that's what I mean. They were trying to bluff by setting up a short ball fields and all those things, but somehow that didn't work for them. Right.
And also the ground dimensions wouldn't help them. In Chinnaswamy, it has to be a perfect Yorker, a nail
Hmm.
toe crushing Yorker, or else otherwise a wide Yorker would do justice to a certain level. But see, if it is in Mohali, it's a different ball game altogether. Because given the ground dimensions, you can go for the short deliveries because the perfect shot, perfect hook or the perfect pull will only get them runs. If we miscued it, it will be a easy catch in deep square leg or even in fine leg. But in Chinnaswamy, the leading edges will go over the fence, the
Hmm.
top edges, everything will go over. So they're bowling short balls
True,
without
true.
any conviction. It will be very hard to
I mean,
get any even to
like
contain run.
think about that wicket which versus CSK, Virat Kohli got out on short ball, right? If it was Chinnaswamy, it would have been either a four or a six, right? That Rahane took that brilliant catch, right?
It was even a 6 inch Chepok without the brilliance of Rahane because Rahane's
Yeah.
mind presence was absolute brilliant. The way
Hmm.
even Ravindra came close to Rahane was even another good camaraderie between these two guys.
True, true,
Okay,
true. Yeah.
it's
So
a presence of mind. I just give the catch to Rahane instead of Ravindra because he did all the hard work. He just
yeah,
passed the burden to Ravindra. That's how it is.
true, true, true. Yeah. So now let's get back to another match, CSK versus GT. Like,
So okay, let me ask you this: how did you feel? What's your one-line outcome on this game, CSK versus GT? What would be a one-line review for this?
one line review, CSK had a clinical performance, as simple as that. Like
Yes.
GT couldn't have done anything better. Like it's not like see, when you say that about a game, right? Either one team plays really well or one team plays really badly. So in this case, I would say CSK did everything well. They tick all the boxes, and GT didn't have answers for that. So that's how I see this game yesterday.
So did Shubman Gill made a mistake right from the uh, toss winning the toss?
I mean,
Uh,
see,
are you
uh,
okay with chasing first in Chepok or batting first?
I mean, I'm okay with chasing here. Like somehow, even all the games, like you see, everything boils down to people who are batting second. They are chasing the targets is becoming easier. Like in the first game, also RCB lost the game because they batted first and they didn't put up enough target. So that could be one thing. Like honestly, with toss, you can't really blame anyone because it's again at the end of the day, it's the hindsight, right? Like you are losing and you will be like, okay, that decision didn't work well. We should have batted first and all those things. You think along those lines. But rather than that, if you focus on the skills which people brought in during the game, that would be that would be something which people can control, right? So mm,
But
yeah,
to me, what I felt was GT is a very good side when they bat first.
true,
When they
true,
have the total, they are known to defend that total. Even
true, true,
against
true.
CSK last season, their first game, they defended the target against CSK in Ahmedabad, and they won the match. So
They won the
I
match.
think
Yeah.
GT has this knack of defending the totals, and even in the first game, RCB versus CSK, RCB did win the toss and they selected to bat first
Hmm.
without enough runs on board or the proper bowlers that RCB had. I think if the bowlers were up to the mark, like if they had some 2 to 3 spinners who can bowl really well, or even Mayank Dagar was utilized properly, I think the results could have been different. I would
Different,
say,
right?
yeah. So I really thought that winning the toss in Chepok, it's better to bat first and put some runs on the board, like 170, like what they did against Emma in the first game. If they got runs on board and they know how to defend it, that's what
True, true,
I
true.
thought because they have the bowlers, they have Rashid Khan, they have this guy Omar Zai who can bowl really well, and Sai Kishore, I think he's another version of Jadeja who just knows hitting the ball, placing the ball in only one place in the
Hmm.
entire pitch. I can bowl all 6 balls in the same length. for the 4 overs. So
True,
that's a
true.
kind of bowler he is, and I really thought that maybe GT could have done better when they batted first, because when the target was very huge and they don't have that enough experience in the playing or in the batting order. Except Saha and David Miller, I don't see much of the experience in the batting order to notch up a brilliant performance to chase down 200 plus total. Instead, if they batted first and made 170 or 180, they are capable of getting the total when they are batting first, and they can defend it
Hmm.
well in the second half.
Fair enough, fair enough. And also, like Azmat was bowling really well, ball was swinging, and batters were struggling to, time the ball. But that's where it happens, right? In the first over, you dropped his catch, Gaikwad's catch, right? And after that, there were you didn't get any wickets in the power play. So I feel if that one thing could have been different, like if Sai Kishore held on to the catch, maybe things could have been different in the power play. Uh, Hazmat could have been a problematic bowler to handle for CSK. And again, at the end, it's just ifs and buts. But that
Yeah,
was the only thing GT could have done better. Like
yeah.
if you ask me.
When you're playing against CSK or MI or even for RCB, when you're playing against these sides, you have to bring your A game. Unless it will
Right.
be a very difficult to catch these guys.
I
So
mean, more than the teams, there are certain players you shouldn't give life to, right? So, which is basically Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, uh, or Gaikwad for
yeah,
that matter. You shouldn't be giving
yeah.
them lives just like that, right?
And I
So,
think more than Gaikwad, I think Ravindra is giving that freedom for Gaikwad to play his natural game instead
right,
of
yeah.
outright slogging. I think Ravindra is making life easier for Gaikwad, and
Hmm,
Ravindra is getting runs for fun. I think he enjoys this Indian pitches very much. Even in the
hmm,
World Cup, also he was very good, and in these two games, in the first two games, also he's I think he's one talent to watch out for this entire
hmm.
tournament.
True, 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 yeah. So
And
that's somehow like GT is missing Shami here. Like Umesh
yeah, big
Yadav is not big time. They're missing Shami. Like even in the uh, first game it was not the brilliance. There was a captaincy brilliance of Shubman Gill, yes, but most of it GT won because of the captaincy blunders from Hardik Pandya, right?
yeah,
So otherwise, GT doesn't have that strong bowling lineup. So they are missing missing Shami big time, like in the at least in the power play overs.
yes.
Right.
Yeah, Shami is a beautiful asset for any team to have.
True, true, true. Yeah.
Irrespective of any format, Shami is going to be an lethal wicket taker for you. Where
Hmm.
if the ball is swinging, then he's another nightmare for the batters. So
True, true. Yeah.
yeah, Shami and Umesh Yadav is not at all fit to fill the shoes of Shami. So
Hmm.
I think GT needs to find that combination rightly from the next game, and yeah, eventually Hardik Pandya's captaincy blunders were, were evident in the first game. Let's
Hmm.
hope that he will be correcting it today.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, yeah. We can do some preview also on MASRH match today,
So let's see.
and
Yeah.
that's why I'm putting on this jersey.
Uh, so uh, like uh, even the Indian talent which CSK has brought in, that's some like you said, right? You can't rely on international players all the time. You need to have Indian talent, right? So Samir Rizvi, the way he
Yeah,
played, I mean, you don't uh, expect that in the first ever game, right? So somehow CSK management, how they bring these players and how they instill the confidence, which bring their potential, which players realize their potential and do their best. Some that is something really great to see. And same with MI, uh, they do a good job with scouting and the players doing well, right?
yeah. That's why they won 5 championships. It's not an easy task actually. That's why
True.
very successful also, because unleashing Samir Rizvi and and the way he slogged Rashid Khan in the very first ball, it's a treat to watch. Irrespective of any team
True,
you
true.
support,
Hmm.
when a batter comes in with the very first ball, Rashid Khan is bowling and he's slogging him for a six. It's a treat to watch.
See, I
Even
mean, like, uh, sometimes you wonder, dude, he's Rashid Khan, and he's like, I don't care, he's Rashid Khan. I'm hitting for a six, right?
you can be whatever you want, but I am Samir Rizvi and I am here to stay for a
Yeah,
long time, so I'm going to slog you for a six. Uh,
true, true, true. Yeah.
yeah, that's the confidence these guys have these days, because
Hmm.
I clearly remember the first game of Ishan Kishan against Sri Lanka. Not
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, Sri
against Sri
Lanka.
Lanka.
Yeah,
The first ball he's facing in his international career, and he's coming down the track and
hitting
smoking
a
him for a
six.
six
Yeah,
in the straight six.
true,
So
true, true. Yeah.
this is how these guys are. And even for Surya Kumar Yadav, when he was first in his first game against England, he played a hook shot, not a hook shot, a pickup shot over fine leg. His first delivery in his
To Jofra
international career.
Archer, who is
Yeah,
who is bowling in
that's
his
against
prime at
Jofra
that
Archer.
time. Yeah.
Ah, his
So
first ball in international career, and he's playing a pickup shot over fine leg. So this is very good to watch. But what I really want is they need to be consistent enough to bring back some ICC trophies to us. That's the only thing that I really want from these guys.
true, true. Yeah. Like, and yeah, and also in batting CSK did really well. In bowling, you'd think that somehow this time bowling Tushar Deshpande somehow managed not to get runs, not to get hit runs, and all those things. He was economical, surprisingly.
No, because the wickets were tumbling at one end. Wickets are being given for a taken,
True,
and
true.
yeah, this is what we said earlier also. When the bowler is getting wickets, irrespective of how many bad balls he bowled, or even if the bad balls is giving you wickets, then it is not at all a problem.
Hmm,
See,
hmm, hmm.
Omarzai was bowling really well. The ball was swinging in both ways, and he was very unlucky to not get a wicket in the power play. If he got a
Hmm.
wicket, it's a different game altogether right from the beginning. And here
True.
comes Deshpande, who bowled a normal Deshpande being Deshpande, and he got some wickets, and there were no enough batters to smoke on. So I think that's why he was
True. Yeah.
seen to be economical. So it's a double-edged sword only. If it is
Hmm.
goes well for you, then you'll be a very good player. If it is not
True.
going well, then it is a problematic player to the team and for the franchise.
True.
Yes.
And Patirana, somehow when he comes to CSK, he has a different performance, bowling at like 145, 150s. And when he's
Yes.
playing for Sri Lanka, he's totally wavered.
Also, I was really surprised when CSK went on to pick Patirana instead of Deekshana. That too in a game in Chepauk. but
Hmm.
but it was really planned. I think it was a planned one to have. Let's have
Yeah.
this guy. So yeah,
Hmm.
we already have another spinner in form of Ravindra. We can use him, though he is playing
Right.
as a batter role, but still they can use him as a spinner when it is needed. So I think that's a sacrifice they made. Even in the auction table, I think they decided this. Uh,
Right. Yeah.
we need some opener, and if he bowls, then it's an additional plus for me. So yeah,
Right.
I'm going for Ravindra. So that's how it is. And even yesterday, Daryl Mitchell bowled some overs, and he
Exactly.
got a
Yeah.
wicket also. So if
Yeah.
eventually it's going very good for Rutraj Gaikwad in his
That's Gaikwad. Yeah.
captain assistant. Yes.
True. True. And like Patirana would be a case study of like how bowlers like these need a good captain to be better. Like see Patirana in Sri Lankan team, he doesn't have a good leadership or a mentor, so he's not that good. And Umran Malik is another case study. Like he is hard to handle. Like see bowlers with 150, 155 pace, you need someone to nurture them. That is a
Yes.
raw talent. You need to nurture them properly so that they become a good talent in the future. But uh, but unfortunately it's hard to find that, right? Someone who
Yes.
can nurture that.
Like Umran had Kane Williamson in SRH, because
Right.
when Kane was there, Umran was a different beast altogether, because Williamson sets a very different field only for Umran Malik. He brings up the mid on and mid off inside the circle,
True, true.
and he places two third man actually.
Right.
one third man will be very fine because the edges will travel very fast from Umran Malik, so he wants to save that, and he has another not a deep point, but an squarish third man. So two fielders will be there, and one extra cover will be there. So these kind of support a bowler needs,
Right.
especially a bowler who is bowling the draw pace. Who can be very lethal, who can injure injure the opponent batters. No matter if he is not able to pick up a wicket, he can anyway injure him. So that's the kind of pace these guys bring in, and they need that support. And yeah, that
I
support is
mean,
there in CSK, not in Sri Lanka. Even
not in
he don't have any other fast bowler to pair up with Sri Lanka.
true, true, yeah.
If he comes to CSK, the power play will be taken by Shire can bowl all his 4 overs in the power play itself. That's the kind of
Hmm.
bowler he is. So that Patirana can bowl only in the depth where it
Right,
really
yeah.
matters. But in Sri Lanka, he doesn't have that liberty. I think
True.
Patirana can be very good when the ball is slightly old. I think he's not that good when the ball is brand new, and when you expect him to pick up wickets up front, I think he struggles there because he doesn't have that swinging
Hmm.
variations. I think that's where he struggles.
I mean, in this era, like just having that raw pace is not going to work for you. Like back in the day, people batters weren't used to it. That's why uh, that's why raw pace of Brett Lee and Shoaib Akhtar used to work. But in this era, you need to be very careful with the line and lengths. Otherwise, you are going to go for runs.
Yeah, the eras change. Also, the bats they are using now, it's very
Yeah,
hard to pick up any wickets. Like, leading edges are going for six. The top
leading
edges
edges.
are
Yeah.
traveling. So, the given the ground dimensions and the rules that the ICC is
Right.
bringing
Yeah.
up, everything favors the batters more.
True.
Ye-
True. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to find an outright bowler today.
Hmm.
Even the managements are asking the outright bowlers. They are asking Bumrah to bat a bit longer in the net sessions so
Yeah.
that he can have a crack when he has a turn to bat for some time. So that's how the game is heading like. But still, I still believe this. When the bowler performs really well, I really don't enjoy these 200 plus runs each and every game. If it is a
Hmm.
140 game and the other team is also struggling to get that 140, they're struggling. They're just what do you say, crawling towards a target. Only gives you that. What do you say, excitement to watch the game. Those
True.
140s are
True.
the better matches. These 200s are just bit of like an indie commercial cinema that anyway Rohit Shetty is going to blow up so many cars and jeeps in the climax so the hero can win the villain in the climax. So that's how it
Yeah.
is, these 200 plus games. But when the bowler performs really well, it's very good for the tournament.
Hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Also, that's the thing, right? Uh, like in every IPL, it's not the orange cap who ended up winning the tournament. It's the purple cap more often than not, right? So, understanding. So now let's move to SRH and MI.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Any
On
playing 11 changes from MI?
I would say bring in Mohammad Nabi.
Mohammad Nabi in place of?
Yeah, just bring him in place of. Yeah, last time we played with only three overseas players, so bringing in Nabi will be very good. And also, I think not because of the playing 11. I think the way the batting order was shuffled cost the game for
Hmm.
Mumbai. I
True.
guess
True.
because whomsoever you can pick from that big
Everyone
set
is
of
good
players,
enough. Yeah, everyone is good enough players. Even Namandir, you would question that why is he playing instead of Nehal Vadera? But
but he did his job.
he
I would
did
say.
well. The way he was hitting the ball, those clean hits and all those things, I'm like, damn, he's a
Yeah,
great player, right? Yeah.
yeah, then he's that too against Omarzai because he's squaring him up in the first over, but the second over he played the same guy with three boundaries and a six, and
Yeah.
eventually that ball wasn't bounced enough that Namandir
Hmm.
thought. That's why he was trapped LPW and he was gone. Before that, I
Right.
think it was very treat to watch, and yeah, I think the playing 11 was fine enough, but I would just bring in Nabi just because we are playing in Hyderabad, so I expect that there would be some spin in Hyderabad. So
Nabi instead of Piyush Chawla, or Piyush Chawla would be playing
yeah,
there.
PS Shala also will be playing.
Okay.
So that's how I would play.
Hmm.
And if MI will be chasing, I think MI should chase again. That's their
Right.
strength. And
Hmm.
yeah, let's see how it goes. And
Right.
I need some better performance from Tilak Verma because last game I think he was a bit of rusty. He was
Right.
not confident enough. I didn't see the Tilak Verma who I saw in the last two seasons because he was a
True.
bit of
Yeah.
unsure in his footwork and he was unsure of which ball to play or which ball to charge down or even going for a big shot. So I
Right.
think that decision making has to be proper this time so that it will help us the team.
I mean, Hardik Pandya can't come at number 8 to bat here. I mean,
Yes,
he
yes. That,
to
that's another crime. I think Hardik's best number to play is number five.
number 5. Yeah. Like
Yes.
maybe see
He
if
can be
Rohit.
that bridge between the middle order and the what do you say that finisher's role. With Tim
True. True.
David, I think he is the bridge can be played between Tilak Verma and Tim David. So this is the combination we used to have before when Hardik,
Hmm.
Krunal, and Pollard used to play together. Hardik was at number six. Krunal and Pollard were the floaters.
Right.
Pollard will
Yeah.
be the last four overs guy for us, and Hardik can play that in MI this era of MI also.
True.
So yeah,
True.
I would
Yeah.
expect him to come at five, so that the batting order should be settled down.
And Dishan Kishan needs to pull up his game here. Otherwise, his T20 score.
Eventually, he'll pull up. He starts off the tournament like this
Yeah. Yeah.
only. I think yeah, he will come up with the performances when they are
Because
tournament.
he's competing with wicketkeeper batsmen like Sanju Samson. Uh,
You
like
really
see,
believe that Sanju Samson will be consistent enough to be a claim for the World Cup spot? I
I
really want him to do that, but given his track record, I would doubt that.
of course, yeah, but he's saying that this year Sangha talked him down and told him, look, this is how you need to pace your innings. So I hope Sangha being
Yeah,
Sangha, he could have instilled some sense into him, right?
yeah. But
So,
I would say Ishan Kishan is really competing with KL Rahul. KL can be a very good addition to this team.
but I don't. But the worry with KL Rahul is it will be uh, 22 2022 World Cup all over again. Like in power play, you're not having any score whatsoever, right?
Yeah, but we have Jaiswal and Rohit this time. That's how I think
True, true.
the top order will be like that only. Number three, they're still uncertain with Virat Kohli also, and they're reluctant to go with the Virat Kohli. Either if Gill
Uh,
performs very well, I think Gill will be given that number three role. So
but for me, Virat Kohli should be there. Like
yeah,
in every
Virat Kohli has to be there.
has to be
That's how
there.
every
Like
fan will think. But
hmm, hmm,
given
hmm.
this weird cricket board that India is having these recent times, I would really doubt that. But Virat Kohli has to be there. He is the
Right, right.
I think he is the Messi of cricket.
I
That's
mean,
all.
it is really surprising to see. Like every 6 months, what happens to the fans, media, everyone. That what Virat Kohli needs to rest. Virat Kohli needs to rest, and he perform. He comes in the World Cup, he performs, and he's like, okay, there's no replacement for Virat Kohli, right?
Yeah, this is where these 2K kids come into the picture, I guess, because they really
Yeah,
want this, what do you say, entertaining performances day in, day out. They really don't like this a beautiful cover drive. All they want is a six. Eventually, it is irrespective of a good shot or a top edge or a leading edge. They want to see the ball sailing over the stands,
yeah,
and that's what they want to see. They don't like these defensive shots. So
true.
yeah, that's where this media talks comes in.
Right, right, yeah. And Surya, is he fit to play this game or not yet?
Yeah, I don't see that Surya be fit for the first three games. That's what the
Okay,
management told, I think. But it's not official yet. They're still
okay,
saying that Surya is still coming off from the injury, and is still with
right,
the NCA, not even with the camp, I guess.
okay, right,
So
right,
yes,
yeah. I mean, there's no point of rushing him into the
yeah,
IPL. There are
I
bigger
really want him
commitments
for
for
the World Cup. Yes, the
yeah,
bigger picture is World Cup only.
World
Let's
Cup,
see how.
yeah. See how it goes, right? But am I feel it's the strongest team you could ask for. Like you have a batters till number 8, right?
Yeah,
And you have bowlers like Jasprit Bumrah, and
Coach
you have
C we have.
spinners, Gerald Coetzee. You have like. Luke Wood again. He didn't do well in the first game, but he could be a good bowler if utilized well. I
But
don't know.
still, I would go for Nuwan Tushara. Uh,
Okay,
he's another
Noah
Malinga.
Tushara or Dilshan Madhushankar. He's also
Dilshan
one good
Madhushanka
option.
is not there. Instead of Madhushanka only, I think Lookwood has been roped in.
Okay, I think
Yeah, he's a
Luke Wood was roped in because of Jason
okay, there and
Behrendorff.
off. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But Madhushanka is not there. He pulled off with an
Okay.
injury, so
Okay.
he
Okay.
will not be available for the selection. So yeah, that's why
Right.
I gone for Tushara because Tushara's yeah, he's another Malinga's version from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I think they would be a very good. It will be a very good rivalry again for MI CSK. They have Padirana, we have Tushara. So let's see how it goes.
True. True. And
But again, when it comes to SRH, see, we are talking about the positives of MI, but SRH also have a very good lineup, and with their new captain Cummins,
mm,
who is an expert in silencing the crowds. Let's
yeah,
see how it goes. This guy Klassen, I think, scares me more than anyone else in the lineup.
I mean that's why I'm like when you have people like Klassen who are going to belt spinners like Kolkata Knight Riders, you belted like all three spinners, like except for Naren, you had a good run with Suyash Sharma and Varun Chakravarti. Narain got away because by the time Narain's over were done, Klassen didn't come yet. So that's how it was, right? So uh,
That's
so
why
that
I
would be
want.
a
That's why I want Nabi because Nabi can be that intelligent bowler who can varies his
Mhm.
pace, varies his length a bit.
True, yeah.
Also, the dimensions could help.
Hmm.
Hyderabad is a slightly bigger ground than the Kolkata. So yeah,
Right.
I'm just finger crossing myself when I was talking
Hmm.
about Klassen. I really I want him to play well, but not against him. That's how.
I mean, see, like for people like Klassen to have a good have an impact on SRH, you need Mayank Agarwal, Abhishek Sharma, Tripathi, all these guys to chip in. Otherwise, it won't work, right?
Yeah, but still, this guy Klassen can single-handedly turn around the game. If he
Yeah,
has
true.
40 to 50 balls to play in the 120 ball innings, I think if he plays for 50 balls, then the game is over for the opponent.
Yeah, he will score
Even
like
though,
100, 120 runs.
yeah, so even
Right.
it doesn't matter the other batters have performed well or not. It doesn't matter when he
Hmm.
plays 50 balls or 55 balls, then it's a game done for the opponent. So I really
True,
don't
yeah.
want that to happen today. Let's see how
Hmm.
it goes.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, like, what's your prediction?
I want MI to win, but going by the trend of winning these home teams winning the games, but still I would give the edge to MI again. Let's see
Okay.
how it goes. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
55-45 to MI.
55-45 to MI.
Yes.
Okay.
So what's
So
your
yeah, I'm also thinking along the same lines. Like MI has a well-rounded team. SRH has lot of weak links in that. So other than Klassen in the middle order, uh, there's no scope for them, right?
yes
So yeah, I think we have covered everything.
yes
Do you want to add something else?
no, Pranav. Yes, we are good. We'll see tomorrow
Yeah,
how this game goes, and we'll do a review on that as well.
yeah, sure. Anyways, it was nice catching up with you. Thank you guys for tuning in. So have a good day.